It's your girl, Claudia Jordan. We are back with TGIF. We're here to spill the tea and break down the biggest headlines in the news and on social media. So sit back, relax, and get ready to sip on some very hot tea. What's up, Al?
What's going on, Claudia?
How you feeling? You good?
Pretty good. Today is the day before Thanksgiving, which I love. You guys hate the bah humbug too.
No, Thanksgiving is actually my favorite holiday because there's no pressure of buying gifts and I get to eat all the food I want. Please welcome Funky Dineva. What's up, Q?
What's going on? And soulmates, I'm here to let y'all know Claudia, she gained 2 points with us 2 nights ago when she knew what type of smoked meat goes in collard greens. But just like I thought, she lost her black card that quick.
Absolutely not.
Before we came on, we were talking about fried turkeys, and Claudia was saying, check this out, soulmates. She loved turkey the next day after. She loved making turkey sandwiches using what? Miracle Whip. Can y'all?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Thank you, Al.
That's the best spread to make your turkey sandwich.
Al, he thinks Hellman's
Black people do not eat Miracle Whip, baby.
Black people do eat.
Yes.
No, baby.
Black people eat Miracle Whip.
I don't trust nobody.
Sweeter. It's much nicer. You're wrong on this one. You wrong on this one.
Thank you, Al. First of all, you will not black shame Al and I and think you're some kind of you blacker than us and have more black credibility because of this Hellman's Miracle thing. Because first of all, I never even you say you can cook. I don't even see you cook. I don't even see you in your kitchen. You be in your bed with the lizards, and that's it. I don't even know you cook. What you talk about?
I can cook very well.
I can't believe you don't like Miracle Whip.
I know.
Do you use it at all?
No, soulmates, please drop down in the comments and let us know if it's mayonnaise over Miracle Whip. Nobody eats that shit. Is nasty. It's tangy. It's sweet.
It's sweet.
It's sweet.
I'm so glad to hear this because before you got on, they was trying to read me about this. Him and Joyce was trying to gang up on me about this Miracle Whip Hellman's thing. And I don't know people that like regular mayonnaise. I think white people. I
know most people don't like regular regular Hellmann's unless it's on their burger or whatever from the store, right? But Q, all you got to do is look at the sales. The sales of Miracle Whip tops that of the sales of Hellmann's.
You better give them stats, Al.
Yes, because white people like Honey Boo Boo go buy it.
Oh my God, black people, we like sweet things. We put sugar in our spaghetti sauce and all kinds of. I'm so surprised, Funk. You know what? We're gonna see what the soulmates have to say. Let's take a poll, and by the end of the show, we can maybe.
Well, you know they're gonna like Hellmann's now, Claudia. I think we're fighting the wrong fight right now. I think they're gonna be liking Hellmann's. And look, and while we do that on break, I'm gonna look at the sales of which one outsells who.
Okay, all right. Well, soulmates chime in. Are you Team Hellmann's or are you Team Miracle Whip? All right, y'all. Are y'all drinking today? It's the day before Thanksgiving. What we doing? We drinking?
I'm not. I'm drinking water because we already know how the rest of the week goes. You know what I mean? Go to somebody's house tomorrow. We ain't got nothing to do Black Friday. Ain't got nothing to do the weekend. It's going to be cocktails all weekend. So I'm giving my liver a little break with some water.
Oh, okay. Al.
So I'm not doing my buttery Chardonnay today because Claudia and her hookah activities has given me some type of throat infection over here. Claudia had me doing hookah the whole time in Texas. So no, I'm just having hot tea. I don't know what's going on though. Once again, I'm dealing with this upper little respiratory thing, but it didn't start until after I did the hookah with Claudia. So we're trying to figure it out. So no alcohol right now.
So we got our own hookah because the people we were smoking with, they said they don't share hookahs because one of the people that was with us actually got sick from a hookah. Right. And I actually do feel under the weather after hookah sometimes because it's really not good for us. It is, and we do it socially, but you're right. But I'm not sick, Al, so hopefully. I don't know. All right, are y'all ready for Thanksgiving? Y'all ready?
Yeah, about as ready as I'm going to be. I'm going to a friend's house. I have a friend who has 2 boys. My friend Kia, shouts out to Kia Graves. She's going to be cooking. She normally houses all the single people. We normally all go over to her house. But this year, all of my friends are just all over the place. So as of now, it's just going to be me, her, and her 2 boys.
Okay. So I guess, Claudia, you knew this about LA. I did not. This is my first Thanksgiving in LA. And it's so funny. It's almost like they come together. The LA singles or people who don't go back to their families come together and they all reach out. So I had about 4 or 5 people to reach out to tell me, hey, I'm having a Friendsgiving. You're more than welcome. So I'm going to be doing a Friendsgiving. I'm going to try to do 2 stops on tomorrow because, you know, usually I'm with my family this time, and I'm hoping that this will be a great substitute, being that I'm all the way on the West Coast now.
That's one thing about LA. There are a lot of people that are away from their families, and they do that a lot. This is my first year, I think, one of the first years I'm not going home. Thanksgiving's not the same anymore ever since my grandma passed a few years ago, because she was like of course, the matriarch of the family, the center, and I really would go home to see her and my mom. So this year I'm having my mom flown out. She's going to be joining me later on tonight. And it's just going to be us, just us two. And I know she needs that one-on-one time because she's getting older. And I think I need to start doing that more with my mom, like go on vacations with her and all that. Because all her family's in Italy. She's by herself in America besides me and my brother.
So wait, this is the first time she's seen the house and the improvements?
She came here when I first got it, but she hasn't seen, like, this has been painted and some of the other things. And I was hoping that big door I was telling you about would be here by then, but I think it gets here the week after she leaves. So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but all right. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving and my turkey sandwiches with my Miracle Whip.
Happy girl.
All right, let's get into these stories. All right, we all know Thanksgiving marks the beginning of the holiday shopping season and all the Black Friday deals. This year, the National Retail Federation reported that in-store shopping on Black Friday is no longer as popular as it used to be. In their study, they found that 58% of shoppers prefer online shopping and 43% start their holiday shopping before November. Are you guys into shopping on Black Friday? And when do you start shopping for your holidays? Q, let's go to you first.
I've never been into Black Friday shopping. I never understood it. The only thing that you ever see people on the news getting is goddamn TVs. And I always be wondering what the hell happened to the TV that you stood outside of Best Buy for at 3 o'clock in the morning last year. What happened to that TV? It's always like TVs, Keurigs. It's the same things every year. And I don't know why we as Americans allow these companies to trick us, because I don't think the shit half be on sale quiet as it's kept. And then to go out there and have to be in all that stress and all that traffic and fussing and fighting with people over a TV that you don't need, it just doesn't make sense to me. Now, Claudia, you know, they were saying in-store shopping is falling. I don't think Americans, we don't even shop in malls anymore the way we used to. There's a very good documentary on Netflix. I forgot the name of it, but it speaks about the fall and the decline of shopping malls and shopping mall culture. Because going to the mall used to be a cultural event. I remember even when you didn't have money, you would just go to the mall and walk around. People don't go to the mall anymore. And when you do, it's for something very specific. You go to the store you need, and you walk out. I think online shopping has taken over. And in addition to that, I just think as Americans, a large part of us now have become so privileged that shopping is not a big deal after Thanksgiving. I was talking to production earlier, and they were asking me, am I a Black Friday shopper? And I'm like, no, because I kind of buy whatever I want throughout the year. So it's just not that big a deal for someone like me.
I do hate that the mall experience is gone. I think that was a good part of our upbringing. Like, you would go and see people. That's like a place you can go tell your mom, I'm going to the mall, my friend, but really you're going to go see boys or whatever, or meet people. And I feel like the more advanced we get in technology, the less social interaction we're having and the weirder people are becoming, because kids and people nowadays, they want to look down their phone. There's no interaction. Al, what do you think about this phenomenon? Do you like the shopping in the mall, or do you like the online shopping?
Absolutely. I love, you know, I'm from a small town. So anytime you get a chance to kind of go out and get in the fray and you just get to see people, Black Friday to me puts me into the Christmas spirit. It's the one day that kind of motivates me. You see people out in the streets, you see congestion and traffic, you see the parking spots, you see all of the Christmas decorations are up. That really just brings a warmness over me, because you guys know I love Christmas. I love the holidays. You two do not. And I'm going to go with what the National Federation of Shoppers said, where they said 72% of customers will shop on Black Friday, whether it's online or in person. And look, we are expected this year to do over $670 billion in sales on Black Friday, which is close to the first time in history $1 trillion. So I don't want to buy hot hug Black Friday. I enjoy it. I love standing in the long lines for once in my lifetime because I don't like lines, because I actually get to see people, especially when I go home to Horsebastler, Virginia, you go to the Walmart, you get to see people that have moved away you haven't seen in 5, 10, 15 years. You catch up while you're in line, you laugh and you talk about old times, you invite each other over to each other's house to have drinks and libations. I'm sorry, I love it. It puts me in the mood. And I can't get enough of it.
I'm sorry, if I'm in East Providence, Rhode Island, I see some people I came up with in high school at the Walmart, I'm not inviting them over.
I love it. I love the missing teeth. I love the bald heads. I love the seeing of their kids, their grandkids. I love catching up on like the local town gossip, church gossip, who's been what and doing who and what. I love all that stuff.
You said you love the missing teeth?
Yeah, because you know we all have classmates with missing teeth now. Don't act like you don't have classmates with missing teeth.
Well, you can just go to Foxy Brown's page if you want to see that.
Oh, not today.
The shade. The shade.
You be smiling mad hard like she don't know it's there. Okay, anyways.
Foxy Brown people, I ain't got nothing to do with this. When Foxy Brown make a rap, please lay out Claudia. Do not, if Foxy Brown, I like you.
Please, she didn't even hear me. She didn't even hear me.
Oh, my Lord.
Not even hear me. She's not even hearing. And the way you went in on my girl the other night, what are you talking about?
I don't know her.
You know Q. Can Q deny you like Peter denied Christ?
All right. Hey, Foxy. All right. Cardi B and Patti LaBelle announced their latest collaboration just in time for Thanksgiving. The two superstars came together to launch a campaign for whip shots and Patty's Good Life brand. Patty's pies with Cardi B's vodka-infused whipped cream are said to be the perfect treat this Thanksgiving. I think this is a great idea. I love those two together. Will you guys be trying the new Patti and Cardi B collab dessert, Al?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, like you said, this is such a cool juxtaposition between generations, between artists, between rapper and soulstress. I just like everything about it. Patti is an icon. Obviously, Cardi B's becoming an icon. And lastly, I just love seeing Black females winning in the hospitality space and in their business enterprise space. We know Patti's brand grossed over $200 million last year. And we know that since August, Cardi's brand has come forward and said that woman has sold 3 million cans. And it's at $16 a can, which is $48 million. What a home run for both of these lovely ladies. And I wish them all the best.
All right, Q.
I don't like it.
Why not?
I don't like it one bit. Of course, I think it's smart. I think, you know, it'll send a whole bunch of fans Patti's way. I don't know if Patti's people are going to necessarily go Cardi's way. I just don't like it because I feel like if I stood in front of Cardi B right now and said, I must have rehearsed my lines, she wouldn't know the next part.
1,000 times.
And see, you even know it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you even know it.
I just feel like Cardi, I honestly, and I may be wrong, I don't know that lady. I just feel like Cardi B don't know a damn thing about no damn Patti LaBelle. And it just, I don't know. I just would have felt better had it been Jasmine Sullivan or somebody who really understood being in the presence of who they were in the presence of. I don't know. And maybe it's just me being a hater right now. I don't know. But this just made me a little uncomfortable. I
think it's cute. Kind of like, okay, you remember when Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart got together? Everybody was like, what the hell? But then come to find out, it ended up being like a good pairing. I think it's cute. I hear what you're saying about the legend that Patti LaBelle is, but you know what? Sometimes Cardi B be surprising us.
Yeah.
Maybe she do know. Maybe she could do a karaoke song of Patti.
I will say what's really funny though, Patti did an interview. I forgot who it was, and she was speaking about her experience with Cardi. And she was like, yeah, and her little sister Chardonnay.
Oh yeah,
came over, and then Hennessy came back and was like, if Patti LaBelle said it's Chardonnay, then it's Chardonnay. It's cute.
Come on, Funky, come around. Come on, you being about humbug right now.
I know I'm a Grinch.
Clearly.
Well, maybe you get some Thanksgiving love. Okay, well, coming up next, we're checking out the swamps of Florida and later find out which politician was spending time on OnlyFans, all of them. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
What do you think the most bougie state in the United States is?
Is this black bougie or white bougie? There's a difference.
McMillan and MORE.
I'm not black bougie. I'm trying to be.
You're just bougie.
I'm just too poor.
Every Thursday.
Listen, if I had more money, I would be so bougie.
You black bougie adjacent. All your friends are black bougie.
Exactly.
On Fox Soul.
I'm in the same boat.
I'm living vicariously through them.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
Welcome back to TGIF Soulmates in the chat. Go ahead and put some turkeys up if you are thankful for Al, Funky, myself, and TGIF, how we brighten up your life. Go ahead and throw some turkeys in the chat. All right, cool. All right, whether good, bad, ugly, or just plain dumb, the tea is always overflowing with crazy news stories out of the state of Florida. That's why we're giving you the 411 in What the Florida. The son of wrestler Hulk Hogan, Nick Hogan, was arrested for DUI this past weekend. Nick was booked on suspicion of driving under the influence after he allegedly refused to take a sobriety test. Now, back in 2007, Nick was involved in a car accident that severely injured Marine John Graziano. Now, Nick served 8 months behind bars for that accident. Funky, what do you have to say about Nick Hogan?
Nick Hogan, you need to stay away from whatever drugs and alcohol you on, because for you to be in your 30s, bitch, you look like the bottom of my goddamn shoe. And I did not know that people can morph later in age. If you would have given me this photo, independent of this story, I would not have known that that was Nick Hogan. Production, can you put up the younger picture of him? He used to be kind of,
Wow, yeah, wow.
This does not look like the same. I don't know what in the Harry Potter hell going on right here. But nevertheless, I can't defend this. You know, already damn near killed one person. You shouldn't even be damn driving. You know what it was, Claudia? Mm-hmm. He probably didn't get no DUI. He probably was coming out of his cocoon while driving, and that's, like the caterpillar turned into the butterfly. He was coming out of his cocoon while he was driving, and that's why he ended up getting pulled over, because he couldn't see what he was doing.
It's giving. Were you under the influence of alcohol or meth or heroin? Because only drugs can age you like that. Like, I know alcohol can age you, but he looks dusty.
He looks like a different person.
Al, what do you think?
I find this story so sad. I used to hang out with this family, and they used to be so much fun. Claudia, I think you hung out with the sister before, right? Remember,
I knew a guy that she used to mess with.
Yeah, that family used to be so cool. And then, they say They say Hulk Hogan is, remind you of a black man, if you know what I mean. But anyway, this is just sad to me. I really hope he gets the help that he needs, because obviously after almost killing someone once before and then getting caught before he has a chance to hurt somebody else is a good thing, but it's a bad thing as it relates to him not dealing with the real issues are. So let's put a prayer up for Nick during Thanksgiving.
And wow, only getting 8 months sentence. He lucky.
Damn near killing somebody.
Right. Had it been one of us, we still be in the wood.
Now, tell me again, in this particular story, this isn't the story that he almost killed somebody. He has a prior.
No, we're saying before.
Before, right.
He served 8 months. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he served 8 months. Yeah.
All right, a Florida man was arrested for robbing a Dollar General store twice in 2 days. Dollar General, sir. I mean, all right. 31-year-old Matthew Pringle, allegedly was able to get away after the first robbery before the police showed up. But the very next day, Matthew returned to rob the same store again. He could have used Funky's advice right there. Now, according to the police, Matthew said that he was hearing voices that were directing him to conduct the robberies. Funky, I know you always say hit the lick once. I mean, is robbing a Dollar General once a lick?
No, with this right here, if I was his representation, I would move to combine the 2 days, because the price point at Dollar General is so cheap that, you know what I'm saying, you have to combine it to make it one crime. Because, I mean, what did he get the first time?
Nothing. A roll of quarters.
A mug, a ruler.
Some Windex that don't really work.
You know what I'm saying? Like a yo-yo. You know what I'm saying? And so what happened was, them voices ain't tell him to steal. Them voices cussed his ass out when he got home for that little bit of shit that he had. And he had to go bite. He had to go bite to make the voices whole.
Oh, look at his little shirt, how it's ripped on the side. Can you production put that picture back up? See how it's on the shoulder? Oh, see that on the right-hand side?
You know what, Claudia?
We know he wasn't stealing undershirts.
I feel bad for him, Al.
Well, this is the one, Claudia, I would say you would have to think about whether he was on some type of drug or something, because only drugs would say, oh, it makes perfect sense. Let me go back to the store I robbed yesterday to see if they got more money in the register today. To me, that screams drugs. I don't know what else you can blame that on.
Oh, bless his heart, like they say in the South. All right, in more wild Florida news, a man was arrested for allegedly pooping on a dead possum in the middle of rush hour traffic. 45-year-old Rudy Wilcox was allegedly seen doing his business in the middle of the street in full view of the drivers and the police. When Rudy was arrested, he fully denied his actions and said the officers who witnessed his crime doesn't see straight. Funky. I don't like possums. They creep me out. They're creepy. But I hear they do a lot of good for the environment as far as like the bugs that they kill. They kill spiders, I think, or scorpions or whatever. What is going on in the streets of Florida where that man shats on a possum's back in front of people?
Well, see, all this is Rob DeSantis' fault. It's Rob DeSantis' fault because he did not put enough money into the mental health situation going on down here in Florida. Florida is becoming a new goddamn Skid Row. Okay, faster than anybody can keep up with. And I can't believe that I'm about to say this, but this man needs to be set free and he needs to be put in it. Look at him. Like, no.
That's definitely meth.
Yeah, definitely. He needs to be put in a psych ward.
He needs to be set free, right, and put in who doodle on a possum? I mean, I don't even want to get into the logistics of what did he wipe his ass with or whatever the case may be, but this is bona fide crazy. And real talk, we shouldn't be punishing people who are crazy. We should be getting them help.
Was the possum was dead or was it alive?
It was allegedly dead, but see, that's the funny part because, possums fake death. What if that possum really was not dead? And possums are really aggressive too. They will bite you. They could have bit his balls off.
That would have been perfect karma, I think. That's so disrespectful. What if the possum was asleep, minding its own possum business in Florida, and some meth addict comes and squats over him and shat on his stomach?
You mean its back? Yeah, that's horrible. That was on his back.
What if the possum like it? I don't know.
I might be into that play. Oh, Claudia, guess what? So Q is right. Hellman's is number one, by far, the number one condiment, best-selling condiment in the country to the tune of 401 million.
Okay, and that helps our argument out.
Shut your mouth.
No, I will not shut my mouth.
Go to break. No, that's all it is. No.
But a Miracle Whip is from Kraft's, and it does come into a distant fourth at close to $200 million. So
you know why? Because white people outnumber us 85% to 50%, and they like Hellmann's, and black people know the best kept secret.
All right, now
it makes perfect sense.
Now watch me fix her ass. Al, on the next break, look up Duke's mayonnaise, and I can assure you that Duke's, because I know only black people mess with Duke's.
Okay, so that's the one we need to look up?
Yeah, look up Duke's.
Okay,
Duke's outsell Miracle Whip. Don't nobody that's black like this eat no damn Miracle Whip.
Speak for your small circle of friends. I'm international black.
What is Duke's, Q? I don't even know what Duke's is. What is Duke's?
Dookie.
It's Hellmann's.
I never heard of it.
Hellmann's and Duke.
Who makes it?
Duke.
Duke. Duke. Yeah.
All right, in the chat, if you've heard of Duke's, put some thumbs up, and if you still rocking with Hellmann's, with a Miracle Whip, put some prayer hands or something. I don't know. All right, coming up next, a Republican politician is under investigation. Shocking. And later find out who was throwing jacuzzi orgies. Lord, not another orgy. Don't tell me Diddy's involved. Look, keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Ooh.
What do you think the most bougie state in the United States is?
This is black bougie or white bougie? There's a difference.
McMillan and MORE.
I'm not black bougie. I'm trying to.
You're just bougie.
I'm just too poor.
Every Thursday.
Listen, if I had more money, I would be so bougie.
You black bougie adjacent. All your friends are black bougie.
Exactly.
On Fox Soul.
I'm in the same boat.
I'm living vicariously through them.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
TGIF.
Lil Wayne was not pleased with the reveal of his wax figure. He tweeted, "Sorry, Wax Museum, but that bleep ain't me."
Live and interactive.
Brittany T said, "That ain't Lil Weezy, that's Lil Asthma."
Hold on, Carla. You got to see what Poppy said. Hell, the wax figure looks cleaner and better than the real Lil Wayne.
Serving up all the tea.
You so messy, Q. You are.
Join the chat on Fox Soul.
Yeah, I don't make the comments. I just read them, honey.
Oh, God.
Welcome back to TGIF. The debate continues on the show.
Hold on. That's right. I found out about Duke's. Okay, here we go. The Duke numbers. Duke is number 14 with sales at $38 million a year. Okay. So way down on the list, Q. Sorry.
Listen, Hellmann's up there high enough to make up for it, but Hellmann's and Duke's is the two white creams that black people use on their food. Point blank. Don't nobody eat no damn Miracle Whip.
That is such a lie. I bet you I got so much support in the chat, but I'm too busy focusing on this next story to even look over there. But right now, Republican Representative George Santos, he is a hot mess, is seemingly about to get expelled from Congress for his dirty politics. Ooh, look at that. Santos has been feeling the heat ever since the U.S. House Committee on Ethics began investigating his misuse of political funds. According to the investigation, Santos allegedly used the money for personal use, like shopping at Hermes and making purchases on, you guessed it, OnlyFans. What are your thoughts on George Santos? Who wants to go first on this one?
Me, these people make good money. Like, it's not that hard to not commingle your job money, aka the taxpayer dollars, for your perversions. First of all, this the same bitch that was in drag and trying to act like he wasn't.
To me, yep.
Shaped like a damn Teletubby. It ain't nothing in Hermes that can even fit his round ass except the damn bracelet.
And a keychain.
And not to mention, I would be curious to know what he was looking at on the OnlyFans, because it damn sure wasn't women. I'm sure it was a bunch of men. And he's sitting up there with Marjorie Taylor Greene, Gary Busey looking ass, and got the nerve to want to be all anti-gay and anti-other stuff. I don't like none of them. And the January 6th people should have got them.
Al, what do you think?
The whole situation didn't make sense to me, because not only did he use it to shop at Hermes, Q, he also used it to get Botox. We know that he used people's credit cards and their credit, their identity to go to Atlantic City as well as to the Hamptons. I am really confused also, as isn't he would be considered the first LGBTQ plus, right, non-incumbent Republican elected to Congress?
Not according to him.
Well, yeah, I think there's some. You know what I like about him and the Republicans? They have their goddamn nerve, because when the claims about him first coming out about all his lies, they all had his back. They weren't trying to hear him about, because they didn't want to lose. They actually got a Republican representative in very blue New York, right? So they're like, we're gonna hold on to this. All kinds of lies came out about this guy. You know what he said? He said he was Jewish. Right? And then under later being questioned, he says, no, I'm Jew-ish. Like black-ish. Like, he is such a liar. He lies about everything. And my thing is this: if you want to use some of the money for cosmetic procedures and to make yourself look better, might I remind you, Ozempic was $800 a vial. You should have used that, because can you put that jacket up? And yes, I'm fat shaming him specifically. Oh, the other one with the tight ass jacket, the vest that's super tight, hot ass mess. You don't. Is that water in that bottle, or is it vodka? I can't stand him, because he lied about everything and got into Congress and then was like, oh well. And his arrogance is what really annoyed the hell out of me.
And he looks like a pedophile. And I know that sounds ignorant. What does a pedophile look like? But that's giving me pedophile all in my spirit.
I wouldn't be surprised. He lied about everything else. All right, in other news, a school in a district in Pennsylvania settled a discrimination lawsuit with a satanic temple. According to the settlement, students will now be allowed to participate in an after-school Satan club. The lawsuit claimed the satanic temple's rights to free speech was violated when the school district refused the Satan club, but allowed student clubs for other religious groups. America. Do you think a Satan club should be allowed in schools? Let's go to you first, Al. You teach. What do you think about that?
So, I think what the problem here is the play on the name of the club. It's called the Satan Club. However, that's not what it actually is. The actual mission, if you go onto their website, is to encourage benevolence and empathy and oppose injustice. They declare that they have publicly confronted hate groups, fought for abolition of corporal punishment in public schools, as well as giving women the rights to have control over their bodies. So I think it's the name Satan Club that kind of threw everyone into a frenzy. But if you go to their website, their actual mission is the opposite of the word Satan.
I think they're full of shots, because why would you name a benevolent group the Satan Club, knowing most people just read the headlines, knowing the outrage is going to cause, knowing most people in this microwave society are not going to go look it up. They're going to hear Satan Club. And it's like, and then be mad at us for being mad at them and be like, "Gaha, got you." Like, what were you trying to prove with the name Satan Club? Funky, what do you think about this?
Here's the funny thing. I 100% agree with everything you're saying, Claudia. Like, this was named this for attention, to purposely be a disruption, and so on and so forth. However, y'all know I stand on this platform all the time, and I preach about how one person's religion is not better than the others, and you can't tell people how to practice and what to practice. And while let's just say if this truly was a satanic club, while I don't agree with it, while I don't like it, while I don't understand it, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have the right to exist, unfortunately. And just as long as they aren't hurting anybody, they have the right to be there, just like the Bible Club has the right to be there, just like, you know, the Jewish club has the right to be there. Again, it makes us uncomfortable, but they have the right to be there.
I agree with like having a wide scope when it comes to freedom of speech, but then I'm also kind of torn on some things, because then it's like, what do we say to Nazi groups? What do we say to white supremacist groups? What do we say to the KKK? And then it becomes a slippery slope, right? And then I don't know. They tried it with this name because they did.
And you would think that when I was in school, I'm sure it's still the same. Whenever you get a new club, you have to have an advisor, an adult advisor to sign off on the club or be over it. You would think that the advisor would have advised them otherwise.
Right. All right. Well, here we go. Switching gears, rapper Plies had this to say about people who can't take criticism. He tweeted, "People telling the truth about you is not hating on you. How do you tell the difference between constructive criticism and hating?" Al, let's go to you first.
I think it kind of starts with the person who is giving it to you, I think so. For me, I can take constructive criticism from my family. I can take constructive criticism from coworkers that I trust. I can take it from people who I've developed some type of relationship with, that I give them the right to criticize me, or not the right, you know what I'm saying? Give them the license to criticize me. Now, other people who are just criticizing just to be criticizing, those I'm thinking you're hating. Because if you're just out here criticizing someone because you don't like what they wear, or you don't like something that they said, or you don't like their opinion about something, so then you're trying to like just down them across the board, that I don't think is cool. But I will say this, whether from friends or foes, getting a critique is difficult for all of us, especially if you are a person of excellence who want to perform at the highest level all the time. Getting that critique, you know, is something that you got to swallow, and you got to take in, and you got to take that medicine and make it into something great.
All right. Q, what do you think?
So, you know, there's an old adage that says truth without compassion is brutality, right? And for me, I'm all about intentions. All right, let's just say, Claudia, you own a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Child, that shit at her restaurant is nasty. The food is just nasty. That's hating.
Miracle Whip.
That is hating. Versus, you know, Claudia, you know, I went to your restaurant. I'll give your mashed potatoes a 5 out of 10. I think you used a little too much butter and a little too much chives. That's constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? It's all about intention. If your intention is to make the person better, help them, heal them, make them whole, then I'm all for it. But if you're just spewing negativity for the sake of hurting their feelings, or it has no purpose, or to make yourself feel better, that's hating.
I agree. And I'll admit, and y'all can probably tell from my reaction to certain things, I hate being criticized, and I hate being told what to do. And that's something I try to work on. I have a long way to go with that, because a lot of times I feel like if you're not coming from a safe place, or you just do to be mean or embarrass me or say it publicly, then I'm not going to listen to what you have to say. And if I respect you, I'm really going to listen to what you have to say. And if I don't respect you, I'm going to be like, F out of here with your opinion. And I do think there's a way. I think tone and intention has a lot to do with it. And you can say things about someone that hurt, but like, it's how you deliver. Like you both said, it's all in the delivery. And that's the problem with the comments on most social media sites. People aren't really saying stuff to help the person that that's posted. They're doing it to have some camaraderie with the fellow haters in the comments, so they can like kind of ping off each other and have fun with it. Yes, we've all done little things like that before, and sometimes it's fun. But at the end of the day, with so much negativity going on, like if you care about the person, try to say in a way that helps them, or not in public to embarrass them. I think that is a big deal about it. Like, hey, let me talk to you for a second about this. All right. Wait, they're going to be in the comments saying, "But y'all hate on people." No, what we are delivering here at TJF is constructive criticism of your actions with love, unless we hate you. All right, coming up, keep it locked, because find out who's being accused of a prison sex scandal. And later, we're playing a fun game to bring in the Thanksgiving spirit. Stick around.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
TGIF.
Jason Derulo is speaking out against sexual harassment claims.
I sit here before you deeply offended.
Live and interactive.
I agree with Miss Hollywood in the chat. She says he's reading a teleprompter.
Listen, I know bad acting when I see it because I've done it. I'm deeply offended.
I'm going to give you an Angela Bassett deeply offended. And I'm deeply offended.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, Oscar.
And I'm deeply offended.
Guilty.
On Fox Soul.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
My mom wanted my life to be better than what she had as a kid. When I became a mom myself, I feel like my whole world changed. You don't have to be a climate scientist to want to protect the earth. You always want the next generation to have something better than what you had.
Welcome back to TGIF Funky. You got to say something real quick, right?
Yeah, I was just going to say, guys, in a previous segment, we were talking about George Santos, and I was saying that he looked like a pedophile. Obviously, I was joking and shooting off at the mouth. Just want to make it clear there has not been any allegations whatsoever surrounding him being a pedophile. In my opinion, he just looked like them characters on Law and Order SVU, and that's why I called him one. But I just wanted to make that clear before we went on to the next thing.
Yeah, that hasn't come out against him yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shade.
You don't know with him. But as of now, George Santos is not a pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
He is a liar and horrible at drag. All right, get into this tea from overseas. 10 prison guards in Belgium were accused of organizing jacuzzi orgies and having sex parties with each other and inmates during their shifts. Wow. According to a Belgium news outlet, one guard allegedly demanded sex from colleagues in order to do her job. What do you think about the freaky Belgian prison guards, Al Reynolds? You know I'm going to you first.
Why me first? I just need to know, why does a prison have a jacuzzi? Like, and how big is that jacuzzi? It was funny because
rehabilitation.
It's for rehabilitation. Okay, because it's funny. We found out it was 10 agents. 3 of them were women and 7 were men, and it was those that they would have the orgy with. And because this was a men and women's prison, the men, because there was only 3 women, would invite other women from the prison into the orgy combination so that it would be even. Now, the funny part about that female guard, I'm gonna call her a nymphomaniac, was that she made her co-workers, the guys, have sex with her before her shift, because she said if you didn't have sex before her shift, she wouldn't be able to do her job, which would be to have their back.
Funky Dineva, what do you think about this? Is this a good time or is this just a nightmare? What do you think?
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like it.
I felt something.
You want to see it? Y'all want to see it too?
It's giving me raunchy romance novel out of like the grocery store. It definitely has all the trappings of a hot love scene. Okay, now in real life, for real, this is 100% wrong, and I'm curious to know, if that many guards at one time are in one area participating in this, who the hell is watching the damn prison? The prisoners are just running a damn muck if you've got 5 to 10 officers located in one spot. They all need to be fired, and this is why we can't have nice things. I'm pretty sure the jacuzzi, I'm not sure, but maybe the jacuzzi was placed in the prison for physical therapy for people who, you know, I'm just trying to find a reason why jacuzzi's in the prison. I don't know, but it ain't gonna be there no more messing around with sergeant fish.
It's gonna be closed down, right?
I don't like being in a jacuzzi with a lot of people because, first of all, people are nasty, right? Can you imagine the amount of different bodily fluids and oils and just jizz and rizz and just personal?
But it ain't bad because it's boiling and it got bleach.
Oh my God.
And it got chlorine in it. So the heat, do y'all ever notice whenever you get in the jacuzzi, it smells like bleach? You know what I mean? So it's boiling in the bleach.
So it's a jizz and bleach stew, because you know.
Yeah.
Oh. I pass.
Listen, if I was an inmate and I wasn't being forced to do this, this is a good thing. Great way to pass the time while you're in prison.
Oh. Okay. The man who won $1 billion Mega Millions jackpot is suing the mother of his daughter for allegedly telling their family about the win. He said, "Don't tell my mama or my daddy." The lawsuit claims that his child's mother violated an NDA that mandated keeping the win confidential until their daughter's 18th birthday in January 2032. That'd be so hard. Would you sue the mother or father of your child for exposing your jackpot winnings to their family? Q?
Absolutely. Absolutely, especially considering the implications of something like this. Like if I won the lottery, I want more people to know. It just it invites issues into your life that just don't have to be. Yes, this is bigger than relationship. You have compromised my quality of life. You have compromised my peace. You have now complicated my familial relationships. I would be upset that, yeah, I would want to do something to that person. And if suing is the only option, I definitely do it.
Al, what do you think?
I would definitely sue. I don't think it would be compromising a peace more than it is compromising my safety and security and my privacy. I think and what we've seen when it comes to big lottery winnings is that people who win big and who show their face and who let people know become targets. And even within your own family, you become a target because who knows? That child may be like, oh, I want my dad's money, and go out and try to put cyanide in his coffee or something. So for me, I definitely would sue her. I definitely would want to keep it quiet. And I think him making this a bigger deal than it is now and we covering it is only going to make it worse for him.
Right. Him suing her. Now I really want to know who it is. Yeah. You know what kind of rubbed me the wrong way? I totally get if you violate an NDA. I 100% get that. And enforcing it, right? You don't want people. And I totally understand wanting to keep your winnings a secret from the majority of people. I don't understand keeping it away from your mother and father. Like if I won the lottery, I don't think I would tell my boyfriend at the time as opposed to my mom. But I guess that's on their, I just wonder what's going on with their family where he's like, she told his parents.
Well, I mean, you got to understand, you're approaching this from the love and respect that you actually
have. Right.
Mama. But everybody don't got good mamas.
And you know, suing the baby mama now. Damn. It would. Don't you think it'd be really hard? Like, I get that he had the NDA, but it would be so hard to really keep that. So you just show up all of a sudden with great things.
Right.
Like, where do you get that from? And then people be all.
You know, unless he made a conscious effort to continue to live the way he was living, which I highly doubt.
Right.
It's weird because I'm sitting here now fleshing this out in my head, and I'm like, okay, I wouldn't want to tell people I won a lottery. I mean, but shit, the way I go shopping, after about 3 months, y'all gonna know I did something.
No way to keep it secret. And that much money, you do have enough money to, like, even if you had to give a few people some stuff, you still good. What is he getting, $480 million after it's all said and done? I don't know. That's just me. I'm a sucker for people, though. All right, coming up, find out who's getting their Thanksgiving card revoked.
Yo ass.
Not me, girl. We'll see you, Shirley. We'll be right back. Team Miracle Whip.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
What do you think the most bougie state in the United States is?
This is black bougie or white bougie? There's a difference.
LaBelle and MORE.
I'm not black bougie. I'm trying to be.
You just bougie.
I'm just too poor.
Every Thursday.
Listen, if I had more money, I would be so bougie.
You black bougie adjacent. All your friends are black bougie.
Exactly.
On Fox Soul.
I'm in the same boat.
I'm living vicariously through them.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him. He's got to come home with me. Now I'm anything but lonely. Every day with turtle is a perfect day.
Welcome back to TGIF. It's Thanksgiving Eve. So I just want to say we are thankful for our production team and all the folks that make it happen behind the scenes. Yeah, who's breathing like that? We appreciate you, Brooke, Justin, Joyce,
Destiny, Ed, Mikael, Nicole, Successful, Kayla, S&P, Stephen Brown, Dart, the Janitors at Morello Studios.
Oh, we said Mikael. Yep.
Our internet providers, not Claudia's own.
Hey, I made it through the whole show today. What do you mean? But you know what? One day I wish we could show the behind the scenes, all the shenanigans that go on in between commercials. Someone definitely sounds like they have sleep apnea, breathing on the mic so hard every single show. Mikael yells, 8, 7. Joyce be chiming in sometimes with the crab legs.
Crab legs. You know what? And while we're running down the list, we can't forget James DeBose. This would have never been possible had it not been for James.
And being open, definitely. Wish him lots of luck in what he's doing right now in the Black Network. All right, welcome back. Now, in honor of the Thanksgiving holiday, we are going to play the Fox Soul version of Black Heart Revoked, but we are calling it Fox Soul Revoked. All right, let's cue that music. All right, first up, what's the most common question that's asked during Thanksgiving? A, are you enjoying school? B, when are you getting married? C, are you under the influence?
I'm going to say B, when do you get married?
I'm going to say A, are you enjoying school?
I'm going to say B, but they stopped. They gave up asking me. The answer is, when do you get married? Yeah. All right, which family member is most likely to pray over the food? A, grandma. B, drunk uncle. C, Auntie Shirley.
B, drunk uncle.
Grandma. A, grandma.
Grandma. A. Grandma. All right. Name the cousin who slept with Miles in the film Soul Food. Cousin Felicia, cousin Faith, cousin Ashley.
The family fucked my husband. Cousin Faith. B.
B.
All right, B, cousin Faith.
Cousin Faith. Answer is cousin Faith. All right. What's a popular dessert at Thanksgiving? A, red velvet cake. B, pecan pie. C, sweet potato pie.
C,
I'm going to say, C, sweet potato pie.
Definitely C in my house too. Let's see. C, sweet potato pie. All right. What do Black families normally do once the liquor starts kicking in? A, karaoke. B, watch football. C, fight with each other. Ooh, my aunts used to get into big arguments during the holidays.
I'm going to say A, karaoke.
Really?
When we love to start singing.
Okay.
Once the liquor start kicking in, somebody always gets into an argument. I'm gonna say C, fight with each other.
Let's see, what's the answer? Fight with each other. All right. What would you consider spaghetti would you consider spaghetti a full meal or a side dish? A, a full meal, B, a side dish.
In my household, it's a full meal.
I say B, a side dish.
Full meal for me. Let's see. I think in black houses, it is a side dish, though. Yeah.
I'm not a spaghetti and fish person. I don't know where y'all got that from.
Yeah, as a side dish. All right. All right, that was lots of fun. And I think we still can hold on to our foxhole and our black cards on that one. All right, looks like times are getting hard for everyone, including folks in Toronto, Canada. This story is nuts. It's reported that due to the bad housing market, all right, get this, people in Toronto are now renting the other half of their beds. And some bed spots are going for $600 a month. I don't know if I'm asking the right people here, but would y'all share your bed with a stranger for a monthly fee? Al is smiling ear to ear. Al, I gotta go.
That would be a no, not my bed. They can have my sofa, maybe for $690 a month, but not my bed. That's too close for comfort. But the cost of an average one bedroom is $3,000 a month in Toronto. So what does Q say? Something ain't something and something ain't something. Paying the bills ain't something.
Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills.
Damn, Al.
I'll mess it up, you know.
You know what? Absolutely. You know, it's a damn shame, like Al said, when the standard roommate situation don't even cut it anymore. People are like, no, come share my room. Just recently, earlier this week, I met a gentleman at the bar who was explaining to me that he broke up with his girlfriend, had to move out. And instead of getting an apartment, he's renting an RV that's in somebody's backyard. And that this person has 3 RVs set up in his backyard. He said 2 of the RVs are going for $1,400 a month because they're renovated. The one that he's living in, the guy is only charging him $600 because it ain't got a floor and it ain't got hot water or whatever. But he's like staying for $600 and help fix it. But it's getting hard out here for people.
A few years ago, a girlfriend of mine, she was dating this guy. He would never invite her into the house. Like, he would just come to her place. And one time they pulled up in front of his house. She was dropping him off. And he was just dreading letting her in. Anyway, she finally got her way in there. And he told her he was actually renting a walk-in closet in Toluca Lake in California. And he had it all hooked up with a heater and a little fridge. And that's how bad it was. And that was years ago. I'm going to say this. No way in hell I'm going to be renting half of my bed. But then again, I've really been having a lot of conversations with friends. Like, I feel like everyone's trying to do it all on their own. Like, people ain't getting married no more. They like people. I'll do it myself. I want to have a relationship. Why not? Like, I think now more than ever, we need 2 incomes to live a regular life. Not even an extravagant, a regular life. Like, I beg of y'all to just reconsider, old traditionals, get married or jack it. I don't know. All right, before we head to Thanksgiving, we want to send a congratulations to the Alabama A&M University band, the Marching Maroon and White. This Thanksgiving, they'll be the first HBCU band to lead the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'm here for. I know y'all are here for this, right? This is amazing. Do y'all have any words for the band?
Yes, I hope that them good white folks that's over the parade didn't put no parameters on them and let them bring all that homecoming black funk. I want the dance girls out there doing the routine. Like, I just want full black regalia.
Well, you get the dance girls were invited and the band will be playing. I think they said 75 seconds or a minute and something. But anyway, I'm very proud of this. And it's good to see HBCUs, because I teach at one, leading this cause. Thumbs up to the director who put in all this hard work. They found out over a year ago, and he has been putting this together that whole time. Thumbs up to you.
I think it's amazing. I mean, better late than never, but I will take it. It is still a win, and I love it. I'll be screaming on my TV with my drinks. All right, y'all. I want to thank Al Reynolds and Funky Dineva for doing the damn thing. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. Stay tuned for Fox Soul Face Off. We wish you all a very safe and happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, soulmates.
Thanksgiving.